the Walther p22. I don't have the mag for this pistol. This is borrowed. This is my mother's pistol. She gave me everything but the mag. It has a safety ambidextrous, both sides. Kind of nice. I don't ever use a safety, but it does not have a decocker, and it has a magazine disconnect. So I cannot drop the mag right now, but normally what I would do is unload it. I would put the safety on and drop the mag, or drop the hammer. You know what I mean. It's a very nice little pistol. It's 22 long rifle, fun little range gun. Get very accurate with it. The grip feels very nice. Walther makes a nice gun. The magazine release is right on the trigger guard, right there, which can be problematic. My mother had a very hard time. I think she would slide her finger down when she would pull the trigger, so she would hit that. You can see it go down a little bit there. So when she first started shooting it, she kept dropping the mags. They would just pop out a little bit, so the gun would fail to feed, and she would have some problems with it. So what I did was I worked with her and had her put a lot less finger in there. It worked for her. She had to modify her grip. She had a hard time with it. I never had a hard time with it. So that might be a bit of an issue for some people, but I don't really care for that type of a mag release. I think they call it a European mag release. To take it down, there's a little lever right here, drops down, and it lifts off like so, backing off. I just cleaned it recently, so this nice long spring on these things. Some of these 22s can be a little bit tricky to get back together. You got to be somewhat patient with them. The Walther comes with a little assisting rod here. If you lose this sucker, you could probably just get a little piece of dowel rod, but you might even be able to do it without it with enough practice. I do have problems with it. One thing I have noticed that when I have problems with it is when I'm cleaning it, that release will get pushed back up, and as soon as it's back up again, drop it back down, it seems to go back together pretty well. But that little rod goes inside there, like so. Put the end inside. Takes a little patience. Let's hope I can get it on the first try. This goes right inside there. Come on. You see that pops out? Put that back up in there. It's good to go. Like I said, I don't have the mag, so I can't really do much with that part of it, but shooting wise, the weapon shoots pretty well. I have never had any issues with it, except my mother has. I think she kind of limp wrists a little bit, if that's possible with a 22. It is very picky on ammo. We ran Remingtons and arm scores, and it didn't like those at all. It would fail to feed, fail to eject, double feed, just about everything you could imagine it would do with those. Now, when we ran the CCI's mini mag, it ran them perfectly. I think out of 500 or 600 rounds, maybe one failed to feed. And we even ran some of the regular CCI standard velocities, and they seemed to work perfectly too. So maybe it's just picky with ammo. It's a fun little gun. I like it. This is the Smith & Wesson. I don't have the mag in it because I don't feel like unloading my mag. The mag is... this is the Shield 9mm. So they're very similar in size. Just a comparison. I know the caliber is not even close comparison, but if you were curious on the size of the Walther, it's very similar to the Smith & Wesson Shield, which everybody seems to have a Smith & Wesson Shield anymore. I think that's it.